Hello there. Today we're going to be doing another ink review. This is Noodler's Polar Brown, and I received this as a part of an ink sample piff from Lady Onogaro on the Fountain Pen Geeks forum. The pen we're using today, first of all, let's just go ahead and start. This is Noodler's Polar Brown. It's one of what Noodler's calls their bulletproof inks. The pen is a Schaefer Vibrant Fun Modern. Has a medium nib. The paper is Georgia Pacific Premium Laser Jet and copy paper, and it's 24 pounds. Now if you look at this ink, first of all, it's pretty plain on this paper. I have used it on Tomoe River paper as well, and right there's a sample of it on that paper. On the Tomoe River, the shading is still evident, but on this paper, you can see it really well. It's got beautiful shading. It's a wonderful, in my opinion, a nice, wonderful medium brown to dark brown ink. It's called Bulletproof by Noodler's, and it is basically a permanent ink, but it goes even further. This is truly archival quality, in my opinion. It's not an iron gall ink. I do not know what Noodler's uses to make this as permanent and as bulletproof as it is, but it is truly bulletproof. I wrote a writing sample of this ink and let it dry. On the Tomoe River, it takes about more than 30 seconds to dry on that paper, but everybody knows that paper, and it doesn't have a highly absorptive qualities, which is why I do my video reviews on this. For written reviews, I use a combination of this, the Tomoe River, and straight old composition notebook paper, because I take more time to do it. On a video, time is kind of important, and so I don't go through all of that. I just use this paper because it's a good middle ground. Most people are going to use something similar to a copy paper or something like that. They're not going to spend the money to use something like Tomoe River or Rhodia or something, Clairefontaine, every single day in the normal course of writing. They're going to find something like this that works. So, but anyway, on this paper, it dries in about a second. I mean, almost immediately. And I ran this under I ran a sample of this dry under my faucet, and there wasn't even a hint of any kind of smear or anything like that. It's absolutely dead solid. Nothing's gonna obliterate this ink from the page without obliterating the page. Noodler says that this ink is freeze proof. Noodler says this ink is bleach proof. It's resistant to the chemicals used in forgery, pH neutral, so it'll last over time. Just a wonderful archival quality type of ink. And now let's do like just regular writing. Let's just do some letters. A, That's me and the way I turn the pen. B, C, D, E, F, G. We could go on and on, but you get the point. Noodlers states that this ink is lubricated. I can tell you that it is. It flows wonderfully well. The Quick Brown Fox is always a good test. Beautiful. Any skipping that you see in any of that is my unevenness of hand. It's got nothing to do with the pen whatsoever or this ink. And the shading is just absolutely beautiful on this. I don't know what more I could say. It's $12.50 from Goulet and probably a bunch of other people too. And it's a wonderful, wonderful ink. And this is part of a written review that I did. But you can see the difference on the notebook paper. As far as bleed goes on the notebook, it's fairly horrible. On this stuff, let's see. If I remember right, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, just a bit. You can clearly see there's writing on the other side, but it's not bled through a whole lot. You here and here, that's quite a bit of bleed through, but it's nothing like. If I can get it open again. It's nothing like that. So, I mean, if you're looking for a brown ink, a nice brown ink, that's permanent, absolutely permanent, has good shading, flows really well in your pens, now this is a good choice. The only thing that I would say is, although it's not an iron gall ink, I would not leave this in a pen that I wasn't using all the time. As a matter of fact, I have, let me get that down there. I have that much ink left in this pen, and I can promise you that this ink is going to go right back in this container, and I'm going to clean this pen and this cartridge converter out really, really carefully. And I'll use this when I need an ink that has these characteristics, and I'll only draw enough up into this cartridge to do the job that I need to do, and after that, what's left to go back in that container, because I would be afraid to leave this in a pen over a period of time if that pen was idle. And my pens, I'm not going to probably use this ink over and over and over again until I run out of it. I'll probably go on to a different ink by that time, and so I just, to play it safe, I would not leave it in my pen. That's just personal opinion. I don't know if I'm right on it. It's not iron gall, and I'm a newbie when it comes to stuff like that, but I figure better safe than sorry. If anybody has any experience with this ink and can tell me differently, that, you know, this ink is safe to leave in a pen that you don't always use that much, or because I rotate pens, I use 3 or 4 different pens every week. Every day I've got a new pen, and so I'd leave Schaefer ink or some of the other stuff in there, just J. Herbin, stuff like that, for a long time and not worry about it. But with an ink that's permanent and as bulletproof as this ink is, there's no way I'd leave it in my nib to dry. Just my personal opinion. But it's a fantastic, beautiful brown ink, and it's definitely permanent. I don't think you could get any more permanent than this ink. Alright, God bless you, and thank you for watching. I hope this ink review was helpful to you. Later.